Hi, welcome back to SouFLoTV again, everybody. It is your host with the most. A 10-year-old girl is charged with murder. Man, we got to get into the story. Hit that subscribe button because I got so much to say. But let me read you the story first so you understand what we're talking about. So when I start flipping off at the mouth and saying what I'm saying, you won't come at me, or, take it so personal. All right. According to the New York Post, it says a 10-year-old Florida girl, Florida is where I live, a 10-year-old Florida girl has been arrested on murder charges for allegedly shooting dead a neighbor who was fighting with her mom on Memorial Day, the police report says. The 10-year-old, who has not yet been publicly named, was heard shouting, "She shouldn't have hit my mama. She shouldn't have hit my mama." She was saying that after firing the deadly shots that killed 41-year-old LaShawn Rogers at the Jernigan Gardens apartment in Orlando on May 30th. She shouldn't have hit my mama. Keep in mind, she's 10 years old. The 10-year-old has been taken into custody. She now faces second-degree murder charge, which is punishable by up to life in prison. Now, I know a lot of you are saying they won't give her life in prison. That's just crazy. But you know what? You need to go watch the documentary on children doing life in prison, because it actually does exist. They have been sentenced to the state facilities for insurmountable amount of years to come. They will do their entire teenage years in a juvenile facility, and when they become adults, they will be turned over to adult facilities, and they'll be there for years and years and years. I know some people are saying maybe on technicality or something like that she could get out, but this is what she's looking at the moment, and that's what we're going to discuss. The Orange Osceola State Attorney's Office released a statement after the arrest of the 10-year-old, saying that no charging decision has been made yet in what the state attorney Monique Worrell described as the most tragic case in her 22-year career that she has ever seen. No charging decision had been made yet. This article is late because they did charge the 10-year-old. She is charged with murder. She is charged with manslaughter. Our office has started the process of reviewing this case, and we will consider all the facts, including the age of the child and all the surrounding circumstances, when making a charging decision. We anticipate that whatever charges we eventually file, if any, will ensure that she receives the intervention necessary to address her behavior, to help her change and grow, and ensure that the public safety goes forward. So in other words, then, they're not even looking at her. And there's a lot of people who are saying, man, listen, if that was a little white child, they would have said, and I hate to bring up color, but they would have said, hey, that child was coerced. That child was under duress and stress. That child was mentally manipulated to be involved in toxic situations by its mother. That child deserves counseling. That child deserves a good home, all that other stuff. If it's a little black child, it's very different. That child needs to be charged with murder. That child is a danger to society. We have to make sure that the public is safe. Remember, we're talking about a 10-year-old girl. The girl's mother, 31-year-old Lucretia Isaac, is currently jailed on counts of manslaughter by culpable negligence, child neglect, contributing to the delinquency of a minor, aggravated assault with a firearm in connection with a deadly shooting. Neighbors report that Rogers is the dead woman. She and her boyfriend, they were just chilling and grilling. It is Memorial Day weekend. It is actually Memorial Day, the day. But if you know anything, we turn it into a whole weekend. So there on Memorial Day, you bring the grill out, you put a little food on the grill, fire up the grill, have a couple of drinks and enjoy the time with some friends around and all that. Actually, it's supposed to pay homage to our fallen soldiers who fought for us to have this type of freedom that we have. Anyhow, the dead woman was out there chilling and grilling, her and her boyfriend, outside of their apartment on Mercy Drive at about 11:45 p.m. This is 15 minutes to midnight. 15 minutes to midnight. What the hell is your 10-year-old doing outside 15 minutes to midnight? But okay, the dead woman, she and her man, they out there chilling, they're grilling. When Isaac shows up with her 10-year-old daughter, right? She said she was drunk. Or the report says, and the people around says, she was drunk. She was drunk. She was outside with a 10-year-old drunk on Memorial Day. She just walks up to the woman, says a couple of words about something they had a beef with before, and punched her in the face. Now, the woman who's chilling and grilling, Rogers, she punches her back. And then, of course, the two women began fighting. According to the arrest affidavit or the paperwork, the dispute between the two women was over, get this, grown-ass women fighting over social media posts. Social media posts. These aren't teenage girls. These are grown women. She goes to go fight this woman in the presence of her 10-year-old daughter, setting a wonderful example of what kind of a woman to be over a social media post. The victim's boyfriend told the police that he grabbed his girlfriend and tried to walk her back into the house, but she broke loose from him. Get off me! Leave me alone! And went back to go fight with drunk Isaac. At this point, he said, Isaac handed her 10-year-old daughter a bag. Inside of that bag was a gun. Now the 10-year-old grabs the bag, pulls out the loaded gun, and squeezes off 1 or 2 rounds, striking the woman that was fighting her mom's, or that her and her mom was fighting. Her boyfriend told the police, the dead woman's boyfriend told the police, that Isaac then grabbed the bag. She grabbed the bag from and the gun from her 10-year-old and then pointed it at him. So he raised his hands up like, hey, I don't have nothing to do with, I don't want to fight you. And he ran back into the house. So she gives the bag to her 10-year-old. 10-year-old knows to go in the bag, pull a gun out and fire it. Shoot. I can't imagine anything else but this woman telling this 10-year-old in the house, instructing her, drilling her when she's at home. If I ever get into anything with anybody, because we all we got, baby. So we have to protect each other. I bet money there ain't no daddy in this picture. We all we got, so we have to protect each other. If anybody does anything to you and I'm around, see this gun, I'm going to use it on them. I'm busting it. I'm killing somebody about you. And you got to do the same thing about me because we all we got. And she probably trained that little girl, take the gun out of the bag, hold it like this, just point it to whoever the problem is and squeeze the trigger 2 times. 10-year-olds don't normally just know how to do that. You know what I'm saying? So, and the part that makes it even worse is his account says after the 10-year-old fires the gun and she's out there laying on the ground, the 10-year-old is saying, she shouldn't have hit my mama. But your mama was the one that punched the lady in the face first. The lady was grilling and chilling. She went over there and punched this lady in the face. The lady tried to defend herself. She hands you a bag, starts fighting this woman, and you did what your mama instructed you to do. Pull the gun out, shoot the woman. She then takes the gun from her 10-year-old and holds it at the boyfriend. Remember, the boyfriend was trying to break it up, right? He grabbed this woman, tried to put her in the house. You know, some of these ratchet ass unruly women. No man can tell me shit. I don't want to hear nothing from no man. No man don't rule me. Could have saved her life if she had listened to her man that day. See, a good woman is going to listen to her man when he said, come on, babe, we don't need to be in all this, right? I'm here to calm you down. I don't care about what they're doing. Come with me. Let's go in the house. Let's sidestep this because it could get really bad. You flash him off like you want to fight him, and you got to get back to it. The victim was taken to the Orlando Regional Medical Center where she was pronounced dead. Family and friends said that her nickname was Bones. She was a beloved mother and a grandmother who was known in the neighborhood for her kindness and her giving spirit. A grandmother at 41 kind of tells a story. So pardon me if I use the word. See, some of these words, they'll never get old. And we got to resurrect these words like ratchet, right? 41, you're a grandmother. Something ratchet might have happened in your life. Well, she maybe had a kid at 20. I don't know. And then now she's a grandmother. I don't know. But she wasn't to be blamed. But Lucretia, you know what's funny? Sometimes real life is more entertaining than fiction. Like you can't make this shit up. In school, we used to make up names like Shanae, and Lucretia, and her name is actually Lucretia. I feel bad for this 10-year-old girl. She was caught up in some mess, and she had a messy mama who messed her life up. That's all I gotta say. She had a messy mama who messed her life up. I could go on and on about where's the daddy. He might be dead. He might be in prison. She might not even know who the daddy is. You don't know. But to be out, drunk, fighting people with your 10-year-old, then hands her a bag with the gun in it, and now the 10-year-old is charged with murder. Sitting in a juvenile facility, she's probably scared. Because you know the same things that happen in prisons happen in juvenile facilities. Like the older, more aggressive children take advantage of the younger ones. Don't take my word for it. Go look it up. Any kid that's been in a juvenile facility will tell you that all these things happen in there. Rapes happen in there. Beatdowns happen in there. They take advantage of each other in there. So now you've placed your 10-year-old daughter in this situation. I feel like the mother should be charged with murder because of the fact that she instigated the fight. She struck the woman first who was not bothering her. And then she handed her daughter the bag, which resulted in that woman's death. And because this was not something that was planned by this 10-year-old, but more like something she was instructed to do, maybe not instructed at the scene, like shoot her. Maybe mama didn't say that. But I guarantee you she said it in the house when she was drilling this little girl on what to do. Because she seems like the type that would be outside fighting anybody. So she got to be prepared for when it goes down. And she got to prepare her daughter for when it goes down. I mean, we all seen the videos. We seen these ratchet ass females fighting with their babies. I've seen females fight with the baby in one hand. Baby in the left, punching with the right. And other ratchet ass females fighting her, punching her and the baby. And she don't care if the baby is getting punched. We've seen videos where the babies get slung in the air because she decides, oh, I gotta use both hands now because the fight's getting hectic, and forgets she's holding a baby and throws the baby. So we see this all the time. And let's not forget, we're talking about Florida here. Florida kind of has a reputation for crazy is as crazy does. But it goes down anywhere. In this particular case, though, I'm treating this 10-year-old like she needs counseling. She needs to be taken away from her mother permanently. Her mother needs to go to prison. It's sad to say it, but her mom needs to go to prison. And she needs, yes, probably to be put in a juvenile facility for a while, but more than likely she needs placement. She needs to be put in a home. Tell me what you think about this story. Leave your comments in the comment section below, and let's continue to talk about this. And I'll catch you on the next video. It's SouFLoTV. I'm out. Peace.
Here you have it, family, your pineapple grilled pork chops. It's all nice and flaky, very flaky. When you make your crust, it have to be flaky like this.
All right, my SouFLoTV audience, listen. If you have not found out about this channel yet and subscribed to this channel and started following this channel called Eat Good TV, I suggest that you go do so now. I did not even know that sweet potatoes can make a punch. I did not know that bammies can make burgers. I have never had pineapple pork before. I'm not even that good of a pork eater. But after seeing this lady, Miss Margaret, over at Eat Good TV do the pineapple pork, I tell you, say, I wanted to try the pineapple pork. Listen, man, she is setting the bar high, all right? And if you're into Jamaican food, I know you might be able to cook it already, but I guarantee you, you're not cooking it like she's cooking it. She is adding a twist to it. So, Miss Margaret, big up yourself over at Eat Good TV and SouFLoTV audience. If you're seeing this, please go find Eat Good TV and click that link and tell her I sent you.